Ever tried to calmly explain how you feel, only to end up the villain in someone else's story? You weren't yelling, you weren't blaming, you were just being honest. But somehow, it all got flipped. Suddenly, they're the one who's hurt. You're the one apologizing. And you're left wondering, what just happened? Did I do something wrong? Or am I just losing my mind? You are not crazy. That wasn't a conversation. It was a trap. And if that dynamic feels familiar, chances are you're dealing with a narcissist. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how narcissists twist the truth, mess with your head, and turn every honest moment into emotional quicksand. But more importantly, I'll show you how to get out, how to protect your energy, hold your boundaries, and shut down the manipulation without shouting, explaining, or even defending yourself. Stay with me. Okay, let's start. So the first question is, why do we stay in conversations that only hurt us? Why does reasoning always fail with a narcissist? Here's the unseen layer. Your brain is wired to seek resolution. When someone accuses you unjustly, you instinctively want to prove the truth. When someone you care about is upset, you want to calm them, win back approval. But with a narcissist, clarity is the one thing you're denied. They're not looking for truth or understanding. They're looking for dominance. It's a rigged game. Trying to win an argument with a narcissist is like playing chess with someone who keeps changing the rules. They'll sacrifice logic, reality, and even their own values just to come out on top. And if you keep playing by their rules, you'll keep losing. Why do narcissists behave this way? Understanding this won't excuse their behavior, but it will empower you to respond differently. Narcissistic personalities are often described by a few core traits: an inflated self-image, a desperate need for admiration, and a stunning lack of empathy for others' feelings. On the surface, they act superior and entitled, convinced the world should revolve around them. Underneath, however, their self-esteem is fragile like glass. They need constant attention. Psychologists call it narcissistic supply. Essentially, an emotional fuel they extract from others. Your praise, your attention, even your emotional reactions are all supply. It's like trying to fill a bottomless pit. No matter how much you give, it's never enough. Think of a narcissist as someone starving for validation. If you feed their ego, they feel powerful. But if you set a boundary or speak truth, their mask cracks, and they lash out, blame, guilt, lies. Anything to dodge feeling weak. They're like emotional vampires. They drain others to survive, but they're hollow inside. Try to outlove or out-reason them, and you'll just end up empty. Worse, they're masters at hijacking your emotional brain. When they yell or twist your words, your body goes into survival mode. Logic shuts down. That's the point. When you're in panic, you're easier to control. Ever notice how calm they seem once you're the one unraveling? That's not coincidence. That's the trap. They export their chaos. So you look like the problem. Narcissistic relationships often create trauma bonds, a twisted loyalty built on emotional gambling. One moment, they're cruel. The next, they flood you with affection. This hot-cold cycle wires your brain to chase those fleeting highs, like a gambler at a slot machine, hoping the love you first felt will return. But it rarely does. Instead, you grow more tolerant of the chaos. Even more confusing, the covert narcissist. They're charming in public, generous to outsiders, but behind closed doors, they cut you down. Their reputation becomes your prison. Maybe it's me, you whisper. That doubt? It's part of the trap. So what do? Stay silent or cut them off? Actually, there's a third way. You can't change them, but you can stop playing their game. Not to win, but to escape. Instead of reacting to their chaos, mirror their intention, not their actions. Spot the control, spot the need, then respond on your terms. That's how you start reclaiming your power. Finding your voice. What to say now? We get to the golden question. What exactly can you say to a narcissist that doesn't make things worse? How do you respond when they're throwing accusations or guilt trips or trying to bulldoze your boundaries? Here are 3 powerful psychologically grounded strategies you can start using today. These aren't magic spells to transform a narcissist, but they will help you defuse confrontations and hold on to your self-respect. 1. The boundary script, calm and clear. Narcissists expect emotional chaos. Flip the script with calm clarity. Say, I hear you're upset. I'm not comfortable continuing this conversation if you keep insulting me. Or, if you raise your voice, I'll leave until you're ready to talk respectfully. It's not a debate, it's a statement. You're not asking for permission. You're setting the rules of your space. Why it works? It disarms their power play. They want to provoke, confuse, and control. Instead, you stay steady. No drama, no rise, just facts. This is the gray rock approach in action. Be boring, be firm. Over time, they'll either adapt or move on, because your boundary gives them no fuel. Let them be loud. You be unshakable. Narcissists bait you to react emotionally. That's how they feed their power. But you're not playing. Think of this as verbal judo. Use their force, but don't push back. Say, I understand that's how you feel. You could be right. Let's agree to disagree. Even just, with a calm nod. Delivered earnestly, these responses give them nothing. No fuel, no fight. Just a blank wall. Why it works? It scrambles their script. They expect resistance. You give composure. It's not sarcasm. It's not surrender. It's strategy. You're acknowledging their perspective without validating their distortion. It's like trying to punch smoke. They swing, you float, they push, you pause. And suddenly, they've got no grip. That's how you win, by not playing their game. 3. Strategic disengagement, pause or exit. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say is nothing. Narcissists thrive on emotional chaos. Don't give it to them. Instead, step away. Calmly say, I'll talk when this is productive, or I'm taking a break, we'll revisit this later. If you're on the phone, I need to go now. Then leave, hang up, walk out, no further explanation. Why? It protects your nervous system. It starves them of drama, their favorite fuel. This form of non-engagement is like advanced gray rock, dull, unshakable, unbothered. Yes, they'll try to pull you back in. Guilt, texts, mockery, stay steady. Consistent disengagement rewires the power dynamic. You're not avoiding the conflict, you're ending the game, on your terms. Let silence be your shield. What I'm about to say isn't coming from a scriptwriter, not from a voice behind a video. It's coming from a friend. Someone who's walked that same fire you might be standing in right now. I grew up with a mother who was deeply narcissistic. On the outside, she was charismatic, respected. But at home, it was like living with a storm. I spent years trying to earn her love, shrinking myself, tiptoeing around her moods, questioning my own worth. It took me a long time to realize I wasn't broken. I was just being bent to survive her world. And the day I stopped trying to fix the unfixable was the day I started healing. Everything I shared with you today, the boundaries, the gray rock, the nervous system safety, that's what saved me. That's what gave me my life back. And I want that for you too. So if this resonated, comment below. Tell me your story. Ask your questions. I will read them. I will respond, not as an expert, but as your ally, your mirror, your proof that peace is possible. You don't have to walk through this alone anymore. I'm right here, and I've got you.